We're back, folks. We're talking about,
Are we?
What the hell are we talking about? It's kind of like a stream of consciousness type moment, you know what I mean?
I mean...
Which isn't bad, I just want to know what we're talking. I just want to know what the topic is.
I will say, back on the topic of the Batman, it kind of reminds me, his look reminds me a bit of, like, the Batman cartoon.
Yeah, kind of. I think it's because of the helmet.
Yeah, yeah.
The helmet seems very round.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I'm pumped.
Same here. I'm always down for it. It was funny. I was thinking to myself, like, man, I have no clue what's gonna come out after the Suicide Squad. Like, oh yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
But then after the Batman, we've got like no clue.
I kind of like the idea that like DC's just pumping out whatever they feel.
Yeah, like. Instead of trying to like really, and they're not really hammering down on the universe anymore. Yeah. Which is good. I like that.
Well, I like the fact that they still kind of have the universe on the back burner, but they're not like. That's not all they're doing.
Exactly. They're connected, and you know they're connected, but
not all of them.
Not all of them. Well, Joker, I think, is the only one that's not connected.
What is the Batman gonna be connected? Because
I have no
idea.
I have no idea. I'm
assuming not.
I think it might be like a Batman Year Zero type deal.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like, it's like this is Batfleck, but young Batfleck.
Okay, I press X to doubt. Like if that's the angle they're going for here, they've lost me.
I don't know, because it seems like Gordon's also like familiar with Batman, so maybe not.
But like Gordon's like
the one guy who trusts Batman most of the time.
But yeah.
Which actually that was a thing with Don't You Dare. That was actually a thing in the second part of Batman the Telltale series.
Yeah.
Where there was so in the second part you could choose which one you wanted to side with, Waller or Gordon, which I think you already know who I sided with.
Gordon.
Oh yeah. Well, I like Gordon, I hate Waller, so...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although, okay, in that particular instance, they made the most, like, reasonable and likable Waller I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Like, I actually kind of liked her in that one. It's just in most other...
Well, in most iterations, she's kind of made out to be, like, the
bitch.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah, no, she's like she's kind of like there's always the character that you're supposed to not like, you know, and generally I'm like I don't like that character. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, right. Although, so it's funny we agree we hate Mansley, but like. All the jokes we've been making about him, he's kind of growing on me.
Where's the giant Mansley?
Joke's on you, General. There is no giant Mansley.
Giant robot.
Giant Mansley.
Giant Mansley.
What if there was like what if like suddenly a giant Mansley showed up and then started like fighting the Iron Giant like a kaiju fight?
I would love that.
Yes. By the way, speaking of which, have you seen the? How much of the trailers have you seen of the Suicide Squad?
I've seen a good amount. I don't know if have I seen the trailer fully through?
I don't know.
I know I've seen a lot of advertisements, and I just, funny enough, I was just watching a video today comparing both of them.
Do you know who the bad guy is?
No.
Okay, so I won't continue then. Is
it like a well-known?
Oh, it's like really obscure.
Oh.
Like, this guy doesn't make very many appearances, and I'm glad he's here.
I mean, that seems like most of the hold on. Is it like Steppenwolf obscure? Like,
no.
Am I gonna?
I think you know who he is.
I mean, granted, all right, Steppenwolf isn't that obscure if you're into the comics, but at the same time, it's kind of like
this guy.
Is it a letdown?
No.
Okay.
God, no. This was fantastic.
Okay. Wait, you said fantastic.
No, not that.
Wait, that's Marvel?
Yeah, it's Marvel. So yeah, so I'm not unless you want me to tell you. I will not tell you.
Oh, so I know him.
I think you'd know. I think you do.
Shoot.
I don't think you're gonna be able to guess him though.
I don't know. Give me a hint.
Do
I want to know? Is it like?
I think the second they mentioned what their mission is, I knew who it was.
Okay.
But then again, I'm also a pretty big DC fan, so.
Screw it, Tom. Well, give me a hint. Give me a
Okay,
hint. What was their mission?
Their mission was to go to. They went to like Mortal Maltese, and they had to infiltrate and destroy something called Project Starfish.
Oh well, I've seen the Starfish.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Is that him?
That's him. That is Starro the Conqueror.
Who?
He's really obscure. He was the Justice League's first nemesis.
Is that
like Justice League number 1?
Huh.
He was the first thing that brought them together to fight.
Huh. I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Well,
considering you get a kaiju in the movie, so...
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, it's good. I like it.
He's not Patrick Star.
No, he's not Patrick.
Or Patrick Not Star. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Although I'm gonna taper your expectations real quick for like an end credit scene. There is one. It's just not that exciting, in my opinion.
See,
because it's one of those things where it's like in Guardians of the Galaxy where they tease stuff. I'm like, cool, no clue what that is.
see, I'm gonna tell you right now. Space Jam. We waited for an end. If you're looking for an end credit scene, there are none.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer. Although, what on earth did they put it? The one that there's one movie I expected to have an end credit scene and it didn't have one. Godzilla vs. Kong.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like, at least for the time being, they kind of wrap things up nicely.
Yeah.
I mean, because like at least like with the other movies, they were teasing towards stuff and everything.
Yeah, and right now I'm not sure they don't really have much of a plan going forward.
Yeah.
Which actually, I mean, they kind of do. There's
I think
there's
they just
been
don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, you know.
Yeah, which is good. Though they have been, so I can't remember if it was Doherty or Wingard who said he wanted to do. I think one of them said they wanted to do a kaiju movie with no humans.
Huh.
And
I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, and the other said they wanted to do a Godzilla BC movie.
Huh.
Like Godzilla, like in prehistoric times, just doing his thing. Like, I would be into that.
Yeah. Huh. But yeah, no. All you get at the end of
Space Jam is a.
Well, you get it. That's all, folks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's.
So.
I mean, it's fitting, but.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they would put there. I highly doubt there's gonna be a sequel. Well, it depends on how much they rake in at the box office.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they could very well be like, well, it made money, so.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Cruella is flopping at the box office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder why. You made a movie about...
I love... There was a comic I saw where it's like, man, I hate how people always try to go against the, the business-minded, entrepreneurial, like, feminists. Like, most people seem to side with the Dalmatian puppies.
Yeah? I mean, at least with Maleficent, it was kind of like...
Oh, yeah, they weaved it to where the king was being a dick, and she was, like, provoked into... what she did.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the
whereas like there's no good angle.
You really can't take Maleficent in a good not Maleficent, Cruella into a, oh yeah, she was the good guy. Like also they did it again. They did the woke thing. They made the woman in the only woman in
the one
in 101 Dalmatians, the Roger's wife. I think her name is Anita.
Sure.
I
haven't seen the movie in a long time, so you can tell me anything.
The woman, like Roger's wife. They made her black.
Okay.
Which, first of all, this is like old-timey London. They didn't have those back then. That model hadn't come out yet. But yeah, and my other issue is the fact that this is a prequel. Like a canon prequel. It's like, man, I can't wait to see the mid movie where she suddenly changes pigment. Because she's white in the original. Like,
Wait, this is like a prequel to the original.
Yes, this is an official prequel.
It's not just a reboot.
Right, it's a prequel. And she's also white. And you could say, oh, it's a prequel to the live action. She's white in the live action movies too.
Huh.
Yeah. See, if it was a reboot, I'd be like, okay, it's annoying, but fine. But like with this, I'm like, okay, now you're messing with continuity.
I mean, I guess I could see where you're coming from, because like I told you with the Battlefield thing, where like people got up at, there was outrage because they had what's it called, the it was supposed to be like based on what war was it? It was one of them.
World War II? Was it one of the World Wars?
I'm gonna look it up so I don't sound
Yeah.
But basically, on the cover was a woman soldier with a
robot arm.
With a robot arm, and so when people obviously got up in arms about it and everything, they issued a statement being like, wow, you guys aren't being progressive, with women being allowed to be in the army at that time and everything. And they're like, we have less of a problem with that, more of a problem with the robot arms.
Yeah, honestly, like, I mean, yeah, it's annoying that too, because especially if they're billing the game as being historically accurate.
Well, I think that's the thing, is that they kind of sold it as that.
Because women had an important role to play in the war. Like, they kept the home front going while the men went off and fought. But yeah, they didn't fight on the front lines at that point in time.
Let me see here.
And then and yeah, what were the people, the thing.
The thing.
I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't know. She's kind of
the train of thought derailed.
It really did. Like, I just find it dumb because they're, they like I said, if it was a reboot, then there'd be more of a discussion here. But it's not. It's just straight up
yeah
prequel, and that's not what the. Oh, now I remember. Yes. So there was. I don't know how real it is, but there was word of a Velma solo series, like a spin-off of Scooby-Doo.
Huh.
In which she is a black Chinese person who travels the world doing something. It's like, so you mean she's not Velma?
Yeah.
So she's not Velma.
Wait, what? Hold on, I'm sorry, I was zoning out.
Here, you know what? I'll save it. I'll hunt it down. But it's like they essentially gave a list. They gave a list of traits for this character that they're calling Velma, but it's not Velma. None of what they described her described Velma.
Huh.
That'd be like making a Godzilla movie in which Godzilla is like a giant. No, not he's a normal-sized dog. Yeah, you got exactly nothing about him right.
Speaking of normal-sized dog, have you seen the trailer for Clifford?
I have. We talked about this.
Oh, we did?
Yes. And I still find it weird that he's just like a normal-looking dog that's just tinted red.
It was World War II.
Okay, alright.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate companies trying to make everything woke. Oh, there's another thing. The simplifying logo thing is also stupid. Like when they showed the simple logo at the end of the movie yesterday, I'm like, ugh. To think how we went from such a cool-looking Warner Brothers logo to this.
Oh, what? Just the blue?
Blue with like the white WB in the middle. I'm like, oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
The original looked so cool.
Which, I mean, I guess a lot of companies are doing the whole simplified thing
and
now.
It's all stupid. Heck, there was like a mock-up of what the next Firefox might look like. And people thought it was the next one, but it's not. They took the fox out of it. It just looks like fire. I'm like, fantastic. And that's all the time we have, folks. I'll see you guys next time.